Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. Today we're looking at the Marvel Comics character known as Thor. We'll touch on some major events, how he's appeared in various media, and what the character is up to these days. This is a superficial look, not a deep dive, so keep that in mind going in. Long before the comic book character known as Thor, we have an actual Norse god by the name of Thor, which served as the character's inspiration. Thor was worshipped mostly throughout Scandinavian countries, most popular in the age of Vikings. When the Roman calendar was adopted in these countries, the days were named after Roman gods, but the people replaced them with gods of their own, hence the origin of Thor's Day, which we now call Thursday. Thor was the god of thunder and lightning, but also the god of strength and fertility. He is commonly seen wielding a hammer, called Mjolnir, which is said to be one of the most powerful weapons in existence, at least at the time. In 1962, the comic book version of Thor first appeared, and Marvel Comics took almost the entirety of Norse religion and included it into their continuity. Thor, for many different reasons, comes to Earth to fight evil. In one version of his origin, Thor is sent to Earth without memories, so that he can learn humility, and he lives as a medical doctor, until he discovers the hammer Mjolnir and transforms into Thor again. Throughout his fictional stories, Thor constantly struggles with his life on Earth versus his life in Asgard, the plane of existence where he's from. He usually prioritizes Earth, even falling in love with a human woman named Jane Foster. In these early days, he joins the Avengers to stop massive threats against the Earth. Eventually, more of Thor's Asgardian adventures come to light, where he faces off against threats from other planes that threaten Asgard or the entirety of existence. From the fiery realm of Muspelheim, Thor often faces off against Surtur, an immortal godlike demon whose destiny is to cause Ragnarok, a version of the apocalypse that would mean the end of Asgard. In the icy realm of Niflheim lives Ymir, the colossal ice giant who created entire species of giants that populate the 9 realms. One of Thor's reoccurring villains is Loki, his adopted brother that turns out to actually be a frost giant, though was born the runt of the litter. In the actual Norse mythology, Loki is a mischief maker and a shapeshifter, eventually captured and held for eternity in torture. In the comics, he shares a lot of these traits, able to shapeshift, and is even one of Marvel's rare gender-fluid characters, existing in whatever form he pleases. Because he was adopted, Loki often seeks to usurp the throne from the king of Asgard, Odin, and to defeat his adopted brother Thor. He can't beat Thor in combat, but instead uses sorcery and illusion to fight him. I think it's time to further discuss Mjolnir, Thor's weapon. The weapon itself can only be lifted by those that it deems worthy, because of an enchantment placed there by Thor's father, Odin. The list of quote-unquote worthy is relatively short, though it includes some interesting choices like the mutant Storm, and the frog cleverly named Throg. Those deemed unworthy cannot even lift the hammer, nonetheless use its ancient powers. One of the most recent wielders of Mjolnir is actually his ex-lover Jane Foster, who uses the title of Thor as well, while he merely goes by his last name, Odinson. In terms of media appearances, Thor has appeared in all sorts of television, even dating back to the television show for The Incredible Hulk. There was a surge in popularity for Thor when he was featured in the film Adventures in Babysitting in 1987, actually played by Vincent D'Onofrio, who recently played Wilson Fisk in the Netflix Daredevil series. Most casual fans know Thor because of his more recent movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, played by Australian actor Chris Hemsworth. So far, he's had a trilogy of films plus several Avengers team-up films. So while Thor's origins may lie in Norse mythology, he lives on today through comic books, movies, and television. His ancient mythological adventures continue to inspire new storylines for his comic book counterpart, even to this day. Thanks for watching our video about Thor. If you haven't heard already, we are giving away 3 Thor Ragnarok Funko Pops. Make sure to check out this video to learn how. And if you're interested in other comic book characters and teams and whatnot, check out this playlist for other videos just like this. Thanks for watching.